All right, welcome back, everybody. So today is our day 6, and today we'll be integrating our AI with our application. So our fintech application now would have AI assistance. So the users of our application could actually maybe ask for maybe financial tips, just like the way ChatGPT was. You just go into ChatGPT, you enter your prompt or the test, and ChatGPT will give you suggestions or tips. That is how our application will be working. So since our application is a financial application, it can give people tips on their spending, on how their budget and stuff like that. So that's what we'll be doing today. We'll be integrating AI and we'll be using the OpenAI API. Okay, so remember that this is brought to you by the Global Genius. The Global Genius is a platform where if you really want to master software development, this is where you should come to. Okay, so today, this is by the end of this lesson, you would understand OpenAI, the APIs and how it works. You would also understand, you would install the OpenAI package. We'll be using npm to install it. We'll also be securely storing our API keys using our API keys will be living in our env file. So it's not going to be available when we push it to GitHub. It's not something people can see. Your API keys should be very, very secure. Okay. And I'm also going to show you how to generate your API keys. So we're also going to be connecting to our backend with the OpenAI. So now in day 7, that is where we'll now integrate in our front end. But today, I will also use Postman. We would actually test this our OpenAI. So we'll test it with with Postman from our server. So now, if you have not actually gotten any mentorship so far, I think you're wasting your time, because the thing is that I want to ask you a question. Can any employer employ you? Let's if you are an employer now, okay, you have a tech company, you are an employer, you're looking for a full stack web developer. With your level of skills, all right, do you think an employer can employ you? That's a very honest question. And if your answer is no, that means you need this mentorship. And nobody is going to employ you when you have not demonstrated or you've not built portfolio projects. And this is one of the portfolio projects that actually help you increase your chances of getting a job. Okay. So now we used to have the 6 months program for 200K, but now I have actually created a 30 days program. All right. So in this 30 days program, it's just 50K and it's just for 10 students. All right. And the deadline for registration is 14th. Okay. Now you're still going to get crash courses on JavaScript, TypeScript, React, Next.js, Tailwind CSS, Node, Express, Prisma, and MongoDB. All right. You can't get any of this anywhere. So with this mentorship, you will learn this in 30 days. And then this fintech application, you would also get it. So you're getting this fintech application, you'll be building from scratch to finish it. You're getting crash courses on the main tech stacks that employers are looking for. Okay. So this is my WhatsApp number. DM me. Okay. So let's talk about our OpenAI. Okay. The OpenAI allows your app to actually generate test responses. I gave you an example, like when you use ChatGPT, you actually enter your prompt and ChatGPT will give you. So basically, that ChatGPT app that you're using, whether it is the front end, whether it's you're using the web or you're using whatever you're using, it is actually talking to the Open API. That is exactly what we are going to be showing you here. The same thing that ChatGPT does. ChatGPT actually talks to the back end or the API of the OpenAI, and then on your own screen, you will now see the response. That's exactly what we'll be doing here. So our OpenAI will help us analyze financial data because we are dealing with financial application. To help us analyze financial data, it will help us build chatbots. So this is just going to be amazing. And remember, the 6 months mentorship program comes with extra real estate application. It comes with e-commerce and escrow application. It also comes with what's the third one again? We have okay, it comes with logistic application, and all of them are AI power. So in all these applications, there will be our users can actually use the assistance of AI. All right. And then, of course, that one is 200K, that's 6 months program. But let me tell you something. If you actually have such applications in your portfolio, jobs are there waiting for you. Okay. So now, provide our OpenAI would also provide spending insights. So it will help our users to understand how much they are spending in a month, in a week. It will give them spending insights, okay? And it will automate their financial advice. So it will be like their financial advisor, okay? To help them to, it will give them advice on how to spend their money, okay? So this is going to be amazing. So in our fintech app, our AI will later analyze user spending. So basically, we are building a fintech app that users can actually use. So it will help them analyze their spending. All right. It will help them suggest their budgets. It will help predict their expenses. Okay. It will also provide financial assistant chat. So we are going to have a chat box in this our application. So users can actually chat with an AI, just like as if they are chatting with a human being. So now how do we actually start? The first thing is that you need to get your OpenAI API key. I already have mine. Okay, there was an application I did for somebody last 2 years, yes. Okay, and then that was when I generated I created my account. So, but for now, you have to, if you don't have any account with Open API, so you have to go to this URL, platform.openai.com. So let's go there, open my browser. Um, I would open my browser and I'll go to platform.openai.com. Platform. Okay, so we already have it here. So platform.openai.com. So just go to the website. So look at it. We are here, and I think I am logged in. That is why my account is here. I am already logged in. So, but for you, you will sign up. Okay, what you have to do is first of all, you have to sign up. It's not something I'm going to teach you now. This is something that is very easy. So when you go to this website, if you're not signed up, they will ask you to sign up. You can use your Gmail account. You can sign up. There are different ways you can sign up. So once you sign up, okay, once you sign up, you'll be coming to this kind of place. So just go to your dashboard. That's the easiest way. Just go to your dashboard. So when you come to your dashboard, you would basically look at these API keys. That's the first thing you need to do, generate your API keys. So I'll click on API keys. I already have an API key and I actually generated one for this fintech app. I just generated it today, 5th of February. And then this is the API key. You can't even have access to it. So, but what you can do is that if you want to create a new one, if you don't have already, so click on create new secret key. If you click on it, it will ask you for an optional name. I named my own AI Fintech app. Okay. So let me just do blah, blah, blah here and then leave the default project. Then click on create secret key. If I click on create secret key, it is going to create the key for me. Look at it. So what you have to do is to copy it. If you don't copy it, you can't get it again. No? The moment I say done, you cannot get this key again. So copy it and copy it. So I don't need it. I already have mine. So, but I'm going to say done and this is it here. So, but I'm deleting it. There's no need. I'm not using it. So, but for your own, try to my own, I'm going to delete it. Don't delete your own, but make sure that you have copied so I'm going to delete it. All right. So once you have done this, all right, make sure you copy it. Once you copy it, let's go back to our slide. So once you do this, sign up or you log in, navigate to API key. That's what we have just done. Then click on create new secret key, copy the key. So once you have the key, then let us go to our backend folder and let's install the OpenAI. So I'll go to my Visual Studio Code. For now, I will just expand it. All right. So make sure before I write any piece of code here, this is what I'm going to do. Before I write any piece of code, I am going to switch, let me create a new Git branch. I will say git switch hyphen C. Then today is what, day 6, right? So I will say day 6. So I'm creating a new Git branch and I will hit enter. So I'm switching to day 6. Now that I am in day 6, I have to do cd backend. I'll do cd backend. So it goes to my backend because it's in my backend that I will be installing the OpenAI. So I'll do npm I or npm install if you want to write it in full. Npm I is short. I say OpenAI. Yeah, no, no, no. Spell it correctly. Open AI. So I will hit enter for it to install. It will take some time to install. So while it will take some time to install. Okay, so we have it installed right now. So we have the OpenAI package now. That's what we'll be using to connect to OpenAI. Now, if you're using TypeScript, of which we are using TypeScript, we need to do this. But we already have this. We already have this at types/node. We have already installed this package. All right. So let us understand. Oops, sorry about this. Sorry about this. So now step four is let us go to our env file and then create and let's create a key called OpenAI API key. All right. So, but before I do that, I will go and copy my API key. Where do I even have it? Make sure you copied your own somewhere. Okay, this is mine. So I'm going to copy it. So I've copied it. Then I'll go to my env file. Remember, we are working on the backend folder. I'll go to my env file and then I will create open AI underscore API underscore key. Okay, so I will say equal to. Now, you don't even have, oh my God, I didn't even copy this, sorry. Okay, so sorry. It didn't copy. Um, okay. Don't expose your key. Oh. If you expose your key, another person will be using your key and your money. We are ahead. There's something I also need to show you. Now, you can see what we have here. Okay. Look at what we have here. It does not have to be inside of in double quotes. So this is perfect. Okay. Now, but before we continue, let me go and show you something. OpenAI used to be free of charge before. It used to be free of charge before, but now I tried it this morning and it didn't work, so I actually have to pay for it. So you go to billing, add credit, go to billing, all right. Enter you can see before this free trial they used to give you like $5, but now it's no longer for free. So enter add payment details, enter your card details. Yes, it takes Nigerian card. All right, so enter your card details. All right, just fill in, follow the whole thing, continue, and at least $5 they will ask you to at least enter. You will have to deposit like that $5 in Nigeria should be around 7,500 naira or thereabout. Don't worry, pay for it. It is something you'll be using. All right, but it doesn't. It will even take a lot of time. Now, as you're using it to do your training, all right, it will be deducting small, small. All right, for every response that ChatGPT gives you, it will actually deduct money, and that is the reason why if you have an application like this, users should be paying heavily for it. I'm telling you, if you have an application like this, users should be paying heavily for it. So do enter your billing details, right? And then at least $5 be okay. So when you have done that, go to your env file, just like I have done that already. So I have my OpenAI API key, and this is the value. So save it. Now, the next thing is to go to server.ts, import the .if package from .if node module, and then this might not really be necessary, but it actually helps us to make sure that our envs variables are available. All right, so I will go to my server. Where am I? Hope this is the correct folder I'm working with. Hope is the right folder. Where did I? Okay. I just want to make sure that I am on the right. I'm on the right place. So I will go back. I'll go to my projects. I'll open my project. This is where I should come from. Okay, my AI Fintech app. I just because I have two folders that I'm working on. I just want to make sure that I am using the right folder. I just want to make sure I'm using the right folder. Okay, all right, that's the right folder. It's just this script that was confusing me. Okay, so I just have to delete it. I don't need it. I used it for something before, so I don't need it. All right. So now, um, let us import this. So go to server.ts. So I'll come to your server.ts and then anyway, I don't think this is necessary, but let's just import it. .env from from .env. Okay, so now once we do that, we have to run the config method, run the config. My system is slow. I don't know why. No. All right. Config. All right. So now with this, it would inject the environment variable so that we can use it anywhere in our application. All right. So once we have done that, now let us go and set up our OpenAI client. So create a folder in your source folder, create another folder called services, and then create a file called ai.service.ts. Then we are going to have this line of code. Okay, so let's go and then do that. So I'll go to my source folder. I will create another folder called services. Um, services. Then inside of this services, I'll create another file called ai.service. So this is the file or the function or the module that will handle our AI request or anything like that. I think I would have to reduce this. Mm-hmm. All right. So first thing first, we'll have to import our, we installed the OpenAI, so we have to import it so that we can use it. OpenAI from OpenAI. All right. So once we have it here, we will now create a client. Okay. So I will say const OpenAI is equal to new. So I'm using the OpenAI function that we imported. So look at what I'm having. I'm having inside of the parentheses, I'm having an object. So in that object, I will have to provide my API key. Where is my API key coming from? It's coming from my env file. So I'll say process.env dot what's the name of the key? We said it's OpenAI underscore API underscore key. Okay, that's it. Okay, so that's the code we need. So save it. All right. Then the next line of code would be, well, let us create a function that would generate responses for us. Okay, so this is a function that is going to generate responses for us. So I would go back to my Visual Studio Code. All right, so I will say export const, and then the name of the function is generate AI response. Generate AI response. Guys, do you know the beauty of this? Do you know the beauty of tech? I'm currently in my village. As I'm doing this, I'm currently in my village. So this actually gives me the liberty. I can be anywhere as long as I have light and I have internet connection. You can work from anywhere. I can travel. I can go anywhere as long as I have light, and that's the joy of tech jobs. Okay, so you can have family emergency. You can go and see your family. You will have your time to yourself. Okay, so that's by the way anyway. But you have to take this very seriously. So I'm creating an asynchronous function. This is my function, but this my function will take We are going to ask for the prompt. So the user will give us a prompt. This is the same thing like when you go to ChatGPT. When you go to ChatGPT, you will enter a text, tell ChatGPT what you want it to do. So this is the prompt. We are doing exactly the same thing. So now I will call on await this OpenAI.chat, then dot completions. Okay, let me see the full code. So completions dot create. Okay, this create function takes in an object. This object will ask us for the model. What model are we using? What ChatGPT model are we using? The model we are using is GPT hyphen four hyphen four hyphen 4.1. Okay, mini. Okay, it's even giving us IntelliSense here, mini. Okay, so that's the version we are using, the model we are using. Then it will ask us for messages. This message is an array. Okay, then inside of this message, we'll have an object. This object will take in the role. It will ask us for the role. So the role is user, then comma the content. So what is the content that we want to give ChatGPT? So we are getting it. The user is going to give us a prompt. That's what we have here in our function. So after doing that, we will have to return the completion. Okay, so inside of this same function, we are still inside of the function. So look at what we have here. Just make sure you have it correct. OpenAI.chat.completions.create. Then this create is a function, and inside of the function, we are giving an object. Like if you don't really understand what objects are, that is the reason why you should actually take this. It's either you take the crash courses from me, or you actually go and buy the full stack course. All right. So we have inside this object, we have two properties, the model and the messages. So just make sure you have this right. So, but inside of so after, where are we? Okay. Okay, so outside of this await, we are going to return. Okay, so now look at this our function, this open.ai chat. It actually returns something. So let us go and save it. Let's save whatever it's returning to us. If you don't know what return statement, or when we say function is returning something, if you don't know what it is, guy, you need to go and take that course. It's either you pay for the mentorship class to get the crash course, or um, you actually buy the full course. So completion is equal to this. So now we are going to return this our completion. Let me take this my terminal out so that we can have more real estate here. So this is the full thing here. So outside of it, I want to return. So this function now will return, it will return completion dot choices. This choices is going to be an array. So we'll take the first item, but these choices could be null. All right. So that's why we are going to use this safe way of getting the property. So make sure you have the question mark before the dot, and then we are getting message. Okay, so with this, now we make a message.content, not just the message. We are returning message.content. So with this now, we have a full function that can actually generate response for us. So whenever we call this function and give it a prompt, it will go and call it will go and call the API, the ChatGPT API, all right, the OpenAI API, the API, and then run the same thing that you run on ChatGPT. All right. When you type in a prompt, you will wait for ChatGPT to give you a result. That's exactly what we are doing here. So this is the function that will do it for us. So after getting it, it will return the content for us. So that's what we have here. So save it. Then the next step 7 is that let us go and create an AI controller. Remember, I told you that controllers are where we put our logics. Every business logic you have, it should be in your controller. So we'll go to the controller folder, and we'll create a controller. And this is what we are going to have in the controller. Okay, so whenever a user makes a request to our API/AI, all right, it will come here and handle. This is where the logic will be handled. There are some things I don't need to be explaining here. I believe before you're here, you actually have some knowledge about this. Okay, but if you're not still getting it, copy along, but make sure you get the crash course. Okay, so I'm going to go to the controllers folder. All right, I will create a file called ai.controller, ai.controller.ts. So now the first thing I have to do is to import my, okay, so I would import the generate, remember the generate AI response, generate a AI response, all right, from our service. Then the next thing is to import, we would import our request and we'll import request from Express and then the response body too. The response object, sorry, we'll have it here. So let us now uh, let us create the main function that will handle our route. So we'll say export const. Then I called it ask AI. So this it will handle. I call it so it's going to be an asynchronous function. Then it will take this function will take the rec object as request. It will also take the response object, and it's actually an arrow function. So now I'm going to have my try catch right away so that in case I have any error, it will catch it. Okay, so I'm going to have my error and it's going to be of type any. And then what am I going to do? I'm just going to send back a message. So if there's any error, I'm going to send back a message of status 500 and my JSON object here, my JSON response here would be, I could also, this is what I'm going to do. I would have both the message, I will give a message telling my client that AI request failed. Okay, AI request failed. Okay, but I still have to give the client the error object. All right, so I'll just give the error object here so that they can actually figure it out. No, there's no, I don't have to. No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't because I actually did this because I was the one testing it. But when you're building an application like this that users will be, so you don't need to send your no, you don't need to send the error. But you can actually console.log it in case you need to figure out what the error is all about. Okay, so this is cool. So inside of our try catch block, let us now we are going to destructure because we're expecting our client to give us a prompt. So we destructure the prompt um, property from our request.body. Okay, so once we do that, then what do we need to do? Let us call the generate function, the generate AI response function, and we'll give it the prompt. Okay, but be mindful that this function is an asynchronous function. So always put the await keyword in front of it. So now once it does that, remember that it returns something for us. So we are going to call it response. All right, whatever it returns for us, we are going to call it response, and this is the response we are going to send to the client. So we could actually say res.status and give it a status of 200. Okay, you can do that, but there will be no need for me. The default is 200, so I don't even need to do that. So I am going to pass in a message and return the response to the client. So save up. So we have our stuff here. And then the next thing to do, the step 8, is to let us create our route. So go to our route folder and create this simple route. It's very simple. And if you have gotten to this stage, there are some things I don't even need to be explaining again for you. For you to get to this stage, that means your head correct. So go to the route folder, create ai.route.ts. So this is what will handle our AI routes. So of course, import Express, import Express from Express. Oh, sorry, not event. From Express. Okay. And then we are going to use this that Ask AI controller, that the function in our the controller. Okay. We are going to import it. So also import it. Import Ask AI. All right, import it like this. So you will be wondering, what am I even doing? Let me show you the trick I'm using here. If I say import and I say ask AI, look at it's giving me IntelliSense. So just hit enter. Once you get IntelliSense from your Visual Studio Code like you just hit enter. And if you're not getting IntelliSense, so you need to install some extensions. So hit enter. Install extensions like um, React, extensions for React, install extensions for TypeScript, so when you install extensions for React and all those things, this will definitely work. So, but I think by default, Visual Studio Code helps you with all this. So now let us create our AI router, and then it is going to come from express.router. Now, once we have it, let us we now say AI router. So whenever there is a request coming with that a post request coming here, all right, coming to this ask. So this is the endpoint we'll be using to contact our backend. Once we are here, what do we want to do? We want to use the ask AI route. That one we have in our controller folder. So we have it here. Now everything is complete. Look at the code. You can actually take a look at it. So the next thing is for us to, yeah, export it. Did I export it? Oh, sorry, I have not exported yet. Oh, sorry, what did I open? Sorry about this. So I'm going to, I will export default. I will export default AI router. I will save. So I will now go to my app.ts. That is where I have to now link it. So, okay, inside my server.ts, sorry, inside my server.ts, I will have to link it. Is it my server.ts or app.ts? Sorry, it's just supposed to be app.ts. Yeah, it is the app.ts that I would, yeah, sorry, it's not server.ts. I'm so sorry. Server.ts is where we are starting our server. So it's app.ts. Sorry about that. So I'll go to my app.ts and register this endpoint, this router. So say app.use. So /API /AI. So anything coming to this AI would come to this AI router, okay? AI router. So I have registered it. So we have completed this whole thing. Now the next thing is for us to go and test it. All right. So let's go and test it. I'll test with Postman. So you're going to see that I'll give a prompt. Okay, sorry, I have not started my server. Let's go and start the server first. Um, Now it's time for me to expand. So I would start my server. If you want to start your server, make sure that you're on the, oh my God, hope I didn't make mistakes here. When I, okay, wait first, let me go to my package.json to see if I actually installed my OpenAI. Yes, it did. Okay. Okay, sorry, that was the time I closed. That was the time I closed my Visual Studio Code. That's why. So, but make sure, go um, do CD backend. All right. So I'm in my backend folder now. So I will now do npm run server. So all fingers crossed, everything worked fine. Oh, something that, oh my God. It said missing. Oh, this is, sorry, it's a mistake. It's not supposed to be npm run server. It's npm run dev. I'm sorry about that. npm run dev, sorry. npm run dev. All right, so it's starting our server. Our server is starting. All right, our server has started. So now let me go to Postman. I have okay, there's one thing we didn't do yet, but I'm going to correct it. Okay, I just hope I remember it. Now, we did not protect our AI route. We did not protect it. Do you understand? Remember, we talked about middleware in the previous class, and we didn't this time. We are not protecting our AI, so anybody can have access to it, even without a token. So now let's go. Go to your Postman, create an endpoint. Let it be a post. Localhost 5000 API AI / ask. So now I am going to go to body, and it's going to be raw. So I'm going to ask AI something. I'm going to the first time I asked AI to give me financial tips. But let me just ask AI. Let me ask AI how to how to get a tech job. So this is perfect. Our application is perfect now. So if I hit enter, I hit send. So I'm sending the prompt. So there is an error. There is an error. It's not giving us any error message. So let's go back to our server. So what is the problem? Okay, let's figure it out. That's what we do. We are developers. Read, we couldn't connect. Localhost 5000 API / ask. All right, wait, it's like I didn't do some certain things, right? So if I go to app.ts, I registered my API / AI. So if I go to my AI route, I have AI router post ask. Okay, so why is it not giving, why is it giving me that? And there is no message at all to even help me. I have my prompt and I'm using JSON body. Let's go again. I think it's fetching data now. It's taking some time to fetch data because it's actually going to charge GPT, OpenAI to actually get us a response. So look at the response. Perfect. Congratulations. Congratulations. If you have actually gotten to this, if you got this response, congratulations to you. Okay, so AI has given us, we gave a prompt and it has given us how to get a tech job. Look at the response. Okay, so congratulations. So I want you to type in the comment section that congratulations, I got a response from OpenAI. All right, like the video, share, comment. I don't know why you guys don't even engage in this. Okay, share, like, comment, talk to and tell anybody about this program and about this platform. Okay. So now we are cool. Everything is fine now. So, but there's one more thing I want us to do. Let us go and protect you see, our AI is not protected. So for anybody to ask for this, let us use the auth middleware. So with the auth middleware now, it will protect our route. So I will save the system, the server is restarting and it has restarted. Now let us go and try again. You know, the first time we tried, you see this response I got. OpenAI have collected money from me. Oh. That is why you have to pay and have some credits, have some money in your wallet, in your account there. As I have, the more responses I get, the more they deduct my money. So just make sure that you're not using this thing unnecessary. And that's one of the reasons you should actually protect it. So now we are protecting our AI route. So if I go now without sending any token, it is going to throw us an error. It says unauthorized, no token. So we have protected. That is why we created that middleware the other time. So with this middleware, we can actually use it to protect any route that we want to. Okay. So congratulations to you getting to this stage. So later, we are going to use this setup. We are going to, in the next class, day 7, we are going to actually start using this thing on the front end. So we are going to use AI to analyze transactions of users. We use it to detect overspending for users, suggest savings and tips for them. We provide chatbots, financial assistance, so they can actually have real chat with AI. So it can also predict user spending trends. And beginners tip, please always keep your API keys in your env file. Always never expose your keys in front end, handle AI errors gracefully, and limit user requests. Limit user requests. If not, they will finish your money. Okay? So what you will learn in day 7. So in day 7, we are going to build our AI assistant chat UI. So our application will start chatting with AI. To connect front-end chat to back-end and to save AI conversation. So the conversation we are going to be having, our users will be having with our AI, will be saving it in our back-end, in our database. Okay. So thank you very much. If you enjoyed this class, all right, make sure you subscribe, turn on notification, like, comment. Tell me exactly what you are enjoying so far about this 30-day series building fintech AI. What do you like about my tutorial? Okay, tell me in the comment section, share with your friends. And most especially, let me tell you something. If you really want to take tech seriously, you need to get a mentor. I'm telling you, there's no, see, you just keep running around in circles, running in circles, running in circles. You need a mentor, pay for it. Pay for it. What you're being, this mentorship program for 30 days is 50K. For 6 months is 200K. Go and Google, ask AI, ask ChatGPT, full stack developers what their salary is. Why don't you use the next 30 days to become job ready, start applying for jobs, or you get the 6 months program and build a sophisticated portfolio for your employers to see and marvel. Most times, not even most time, whenever you go to get a job, look for a job, they ask you for your GitHub repo. They want to see your GitHub repo. That will show them your portfolio. So with all these things that we are committing on GitHub, you can see that your GitHub is getting richer. So as I even mentioned Git, now let us go and let's go and so I'm going to end my server. So I am now, this is what I want to do. I want to push my day 6 to my GitHub. But before I do that, I have to go back to the fintech folder. Please. A lot of people are making these mistakes and they are telling me, even me, when I started, I made this mistake. Because if I try to push from this backend folder now, it will only be backend that you will see in your GitHub. So go back to your fintech app, just do cd dot dot to take you back to your fintech app. So this is where you can now do git add. So to add everything, this is where you also do your git commit. To say git commit. So our commit message is going to be day 6 AI integration. Open AI, open open AI integration. All right, that's perfect. Hit enter. Now, what am I going to do? I'm not going to push it. I'll say git push origin disease. Git push origin disease. Okay, so it's pushing to our GitHub. All right. And then once we have done this, go back, do git switch back to main so that we can merge it. Git switch main, we switch back to main. Then once we are in the main branch, I will now do git merge. So let us merge our main branch with our day 6. Git merge day 6, it will merge everything in our main branch. Now, after merging it, then push it to GitHub. I will now say, let me go and use that git push. Instead of saying git push day 6, I will say git push main. I will hit enter. So it has pushed everything to our Git. So if you go to your Git repo now, you're going to see all these things. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. If you have any issues, please chat me up on WhatsApp, drop in the comment section. Let us know exactly what challenges you're facing, and then I will see you in day 7.